The Loyalist defensive lines had to correct their firing at the last second, as suddenly a squad of 5 hulking Ogrins made a breakout charge towards the left flank, straight to the burning wreck of the command Chimera. Firing off shots in the enemy's general direction as they went, and finding what minimal cover they could in the crater and behind the Chimera's hull.
Get some! Get some!
Left flank!
Bach was the first one to go down, having taken a shot to the cranium mere moments before taking cover.
Come on, lads. Let's lift this bugger up, rat.
The Ogren strained to roll the Chimera back on its side, unable to move it to a roll. It was stuck somehow, lodged in the earth and piled under too much debris. Dozer, with his twin stubber slung onto his side, grabbed a hold of the locking handle of the flaming transport's bay door, burning himself as he did. His muscles bulged as he bit through the pain until finally, both the handle and the entire door gave way, breaking it off its broken hinges and releasing a billow of smoke. Dropping the door to the side and helping his mates waft away the smoke to look for survivors, when a gloved hand reached out and held on to the opening's frame, revealing our Commissar holding up a fellow staff member and pulling herself out of the opening. Blood coated her abdomen and dripped down her face, scorch marks on her greatcoat, and roaring in defiance as she stepped out of the vehicle, falling to her knees and trying desperately to replace the smoke in her lungs with fresh air, barking off orders the moment she could.
3 survivors. The commander's dead. Take us to the main trench. You need to re-establish the chain of command. Now go!
At least they had no orders. 300 meters up a sloped incline. Dozer and his mates nearly stumbled over themselves, wanting to both help carry survivors and give salutes to their commanding officer. Harry and Dozer picked up the remaining survivors and prepared to leave. Butch did his best to provide covering fire, while Gall, with his stubble wrung dry, picked up the Chimera's door in an attempt to shield their retreat. The run was hard, but Dozer's blood was boiling. He was still angry. He didn't realize when the firing behind him stopped. All he did was run, yelling expletives as he did. He kept running and wouldn't stop, not for anything. Not even when several impacts hit him in the back and pierced his flak plate. He could take it. He had orders to fulfill.
You traitor cowards! I'm coming back there myself when I'm done here! Almost there.
Dozer landed inside the main trench with a deep thud as his steel-shod boots landed on the hard soil. Harry close behind him. Only then did he notice that both Gall and Butch were missing, and saw that Harry's left arm had been blown off, mangled and dangling as he had trundled alongside Dozer. Guardsmen rushed over and had called for the combat medics, only to meet with the barking orders of the wounded Commissar as they tried to rush her off to medical staff.
Get me a secure Vox channel to command. Now!
Dozer, now freed from his passengers, turned to Harry, who was now slumped down and sat with his back into the trench wall.
You'll be fine, buddy. It's just a scratch. You've had worse.
Yeah. We did good, didn't we?
We sure did. Job's done. We saved the little ones.
Right. That's good then. I'm just gonna take a quick nap then, mate.
Dozer saw the life fade from his friend's half-opened eyes. His head slumped forward, and the heavy bleeding from his shredded arm was reduced to a dripping trickle. It didn't take long for him to see red with anger. He picked up Harry's stubber and began firing.
Ah, you traitor dogs! I'll show you! I'll show all of you! Shot so much the battles turned red, but we held out. Reinforcements came, and the airstrike took out the rest. Wasn't a tree left standing after that.
Sorry about your friends. Hell of a way to go.
Dozer nodded, gripping his worn stubber, tracing his massive digits over crude set markings and tally etchings carved into the weapon's body.
I make up for it.
So then what happened?
The Commissar found me again. Gave me orders. Follow her. Keep her safe. I got my bonehead implant after that. When she became an Inquisitor, I just kept doing what I was told.
So what? Just like that?
Titles change. Orders stay the same.
How do you even go from being a Commissar to an Inquisitor, anyways?
Dozer simply shrugged in reply, as the Vox amplifiers in the transport bay lit up.
Squad be advised. Commencing landing procedure with the Goliath.
With a graceful yet heavy lurch, the dropship landed in the Goliath's inner hangar bay on one of its landing platforms. Its engine slowly died down as the vessel's massive weight sank into the shock absorbers of its landing gear. Crew ran towards the vessel to perform rites of maintenance and rearming as the passengers undid their restraints and safety buckles. When the bay doors finally opened, the squad was met with the familiar sight of Captain Holt, who had an equally familiar, angry scowl on his face.
You are late, but I don't want to hear any excuses. Save it for the Inquisitor. She's been expecting you. Seems you've got more work to do.